Hey everyone! Glitch recently released the announcement of the new episode of the amazing Digital Circus. In this video, I want to break down the new locations of the second episode. Be sure to watch the video to the end if you want to see one secret location that no one noticed. The first location I'd like to break down is the Pomni room. We were able to see it from several angles. The room consists of a bed, a mirror, toys, a chandelier, a huge stone, and there are a lot of curtains. Pomni's room is painted in red and blue colors. That is, the color of her costume. Notice that most of the items are huge, so they're taller than Pomni. I wonder why that is. The second location is the Candy Canyon Kingdom. Before I take this location apart completely, let's first understand where this kingdom is located. Obviously not in the world of the Digital Circus. First of all, when Kane showed us the Digital Circus, he did not mention or show this kingdom. Even we ourselves haven't seen this kingdom up close. Just a marquee, a river with a slide, and an amusement park. At the end of the pilot episode, we saw the flying island of the Digital Circus, and nothing. So there's no flying island nearby where the Candy Kingdom could be. Then where could it be? I have two possibilities. The first is that Kane could have created it. In the pilot episode, he said he couldn't think of anything to add to the void. Perhaps in the second episode he could still come up with it and created the Candy Kingdom in the void. The second possibility is that the Digital Circus has a lot of doors. The diagram of the tent says that there are 12 doors. When Pomni was looking for Kane in the pilot episode to help Ragatha, she opened several doors, and there were many different and most importantly unpredictable rooms. You can see for yourself what these rooms are. Pomni has opened 6 doors. There are still at least 6 other doors that she hasn't opened. Where do you think Candy Canyon Kingdom will be located? Write your opinion in the comments. Now let's understand what this kingdom is and who inhabits it. We see a world that is completely colored pink. What kind of flora is there? On the sides we see sort of trees and big flowers. The stems are made of braided candy braids, and the trees are made entirely of cotton candy. Also, in addition to flowers and trees, there are lollipops growing here. Then we see the mountains, which are made of Oreo cookies, but they are pink in color. And of course, there's a huge fortress, which consists entirely of cakes and waffles. The clouds are made of gum, and in the back there's a mountain that looks like a volcano. And to be honest, I dreamed of being in such a world as a child. And this kingdom is populated by all these characters, and they are also made of candy. By the way, I made a full review of each character in my previous video. Be sure to check it out after watching this video. And let's analyze in what locations are the characters that inhabit the Candy Kingdom. The first one is Crocodile with the cowboy hat. I can't say for sure if he is good or evil, but if he is good, he will most likely accompany the main characters and help them. By the way, in the background, we can see something like stones or flowers. There are a lot of them, and for some reason it seems to me that they are small jelly beans. Next, we see a chocolate crocodile. I am pretty sure he is here, and his face looks kind. Perhaps there is a chocolate lake among these mountains where this crocodile lives. I couldn't find anything else. Now let's turn our attention to the queen of this entire kingdom. Most likely, she is inside her fortress. And of course, she is the head of her kingdom. By the way, maybe this shot is the scene where when Pomni, Jax, and Kinger arrive by wagon to her kingdom and she meets them. In the background, we can see the fortress up close, but I can't see any special details. The last character that is inside the fortress is the blue mannequin. Here, the location of the fortress can be seen better. We can see that there are sweet plants that are fenced with cake fences. Also, you can roughly understand what height will be the buildings in this fortress. Note that the main difference is not only that the Candy Kingdom is created only from sweets, but also that the dummies here are of a different color. If in the Digital Circus they are all beige in color, then here they are blue in color. Now let's move on to another location that is related to Jax and the character Orbsman. This location is related to fast food and will be something like McDonald's. His uniform is very similar to the one from McDonald's. Axe will work as an attendant at this eatery, and the character Orbsman will be a visitor who I assume will probably annoy Jax a lot, and maybe make him treat him with respect, because as we know, Jax likes to humiliate others. By the way, it's probably a little packle for who Jax worked for in his previous life, and maybe that's why he hates his friends. The diner he works at is called Spudsies. At the top, we see a display board where I think there's one order, and maybe it's an orbsman order, and a cash register. Next, Kane shows us a new location that he hasn't finished yet. We see that it's a stadium. Most likely, it is a stadium where sports competitions will be held. Kane says that the location is unfinished, but if you look closely at the shot where Jax is working at the food place, looking at the window, you can see the blurred location. It looks to me like there's a scoreboard hanging overhead, and it looks a lot like a grandstand. This eatery is most likely located right in the stadium. Now let's look at the location where Kinger hit someone with the butt of his shotgun. The location is very dark, so there's very little detail, but I was able to make out a green glow. But what could that green glow be? If you remember, Kane showed two new characters, and they are ghosts. Most likely, one of them was with Kinger at this point. The location itself will most likely be a haunted house where the friends from the Digital Circus will have to get out of. After all, these two ghosts are in some pretty dark places, which leads me to believe that this adventure will not only involve Candy Canyon, but a haunted house as well. That's all, friends. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and write your comments. Bye, everyone!